All right. I'm eating cereal. This is a great idea. Anyway,
Great planning there.
yeah. And I just whacked that crap out of my knee like a minute before I called you. But anyways, welcome everybody to Duo Crew Sport. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating.
Right as you take it, but yeah, you need to.
I'm almost done. It's honeycomb. And dry honeycomb is pretty goated. Maybe that's just my opinion, but
No.
I love honeycomb. Honeycomb's good. But welcome to Duo Q Esports. This is Chill My Barasan with the always present, always ready, eager, willing Greylich. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just got to get my last picks in. Figure out where I want to go with this.
Have you been staying healthy? There's been a lot of illness going around.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were knocked out last week. I know.
That's why we didn't have a show, but I was.
You were dead.
It was pretty. Like I passed out. Like I came home from work and like immediately fell asleep for like 10 hours. It was bad.
Immediately gone.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, maybe we're not doing a show today. Maybe. So, but we're back. We're in the land of the living again. So.
That we are.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a pretty. I don't know how your week's been, but my week's been pretty boring. Not much going on. Like a busy week, but like
not much here either.
Just a boring week. So it's not always a bad thing, but yep.
True. Sometimes it's quite nice to just have a very boring week.
Right. We did have quite a few games last week.
Yes.
Did you get to watch all the series?
Yes, we did.
I had to rewatch Cloud9 and FlyQuest series because I was busy on Saturday, but
yeah, it was not close.
Oh wait, no, they weren't on Saturday. That was Sentinels and DSG.
Yeah,
that was a pretty banger series.
That one was very close, and honestly, I'm glad Sentinels pulled it out in the end.
I was gonna say, resident Sentinels fan, they're already top 3.
Yep.
That feels pretty good.
It feels great. Is it really a top 3? Yes.
Yeah. It's a top 3. They're going to Brazil.
They're going to Brazil, at least.
Yep. Now, I think the question is, which I think I was listening to the Dive podcast. I don't know if you listen to the Dive, but pretty good podcast if you want some like insight into what the casters and stuff think. But they brought up a good point that, you know, especially like when you go to these international events, like who you scrim and do all that stuff is super important. And when you're a new organization like Sentinels, it might be pretty hard to find teams willing to scrim them because they have no name recognition. So,
true.
Fortunately, like, Cloud9 TL, that should be easy. FlyQuest, that should be easy for them to find Korean teams to scrim because they all know them.
Fortunately for Sentinels, though, they have player names that are very recognizable. And I want to say a coaching staff as well that people know.
Yeah. No,
so while the organization might not necessarily have the contacts, I'm sure somebody can pull in some personal favors.
Yeah, hopefully.
Somewhere.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. I mean, they got big names. They should be able to find something. But
exactly.
Good for them. That's awesome. Good for them. Good for Cloud9. I feel like that's 2 pretty good teams to send.
Yeah, no, I'm not upset with either of those.
Yeah. And then hopefully we get a good 3rd team out of it. So we'll find out this weekend who has a shot and who gets eliminated. So that'll be exciting.
We'll have to talk about those matchups later.
Yes. All right, let's hop into our team of the week. I broke my rules a little bit.
I was gonna say you very much broke
I
your
broke my
rules.
rules. Well,
Cloud9,
okay.
Cloud9, Cloud9, Cloud9.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's my reasoning. Hear me out with this. Um, Blabber, in my opinion, and maybe we'll have some disagreement on this. Blabber is the best player right now in the LCS. How hard he gapped Griffin in 2 series, like it was not even close. So that's I had to put Blabber in there. Like hands down had to put Blabber. He's player of the week. He absolutely
True.
like destroyed every single game in the series. So I had to put him in there. Same reason. Well, for Thanatos, it was 100% his Gnar game against Gakkos, which I guess Aurora is typically a pretty good counter into Gnar, especially when he's
Usually,
in
at
mini
least in the
form.
lane.
I'm pretty sure he solo killed Gakkos twice as Gnar. It was at least
Um,
once. There was at least once I remember,
I
or
think
and I think the second
I
one
don't think
wasn't
they
a
were either
solo.
counted technically as a solo kill
The
though.
first one was a solo kill, 100%. Like there was nobody else around. I'm like
So I'll have
99%
to
sure.
go watch it for the third time now because I went back and watched it, and honestly, early lane phase he fell behind,
Yeah. Which
which
you
it's supposed to be a counter.
should.
Is
Yeah.
how it should be.
He should be a
And
team fighting
then
champ.
Yakko's trolled,
Yes.
and then he didn't really pick up steam, in my opinion, until mid to late game, where he just started getting all the kills in team fights. So I'll have to go watch it for a third
Yeah.
time and see if I'm just wrong again,
Anyways, I thought his
or if
Nar.
you're wrong.
I really could be wrong, but I really loved his Nar game. I thought it was like
Oh, it
he
was
looked
very,
so
very
good on
good.
it. Yeah. That was one of the best Nars I've seen in a while. So
Yeah.
I was like, I
No,
gotta
I'm
give it to
I'm
him.
not I'm not disparaging his Nar game at all. Like it was very, very good.
And to me personally, and I think we've kind of agreed on this over the last few weeks. Gakkos has been the best top laner, like overall, or at least top two.
Best performing
Right. And
up until this week.
the way that Thanatos just like, especially in team fighting, just absolutely bodied him. I was like, holy crap! Okay, never mind. Thanatos is way better. It was not even close. So that's why I was like, okay, I got to throw Thanatos in there. And then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna throw Thanatos and Blabber in there, we got to give it to the real MVP because his Bard game, his Nami game, and
Yep.
his Nico game, just oh my gosh, he is disgusting.
Vulcan
Vulcan is
is
so
looking
freaking
more
good,
like Vulcan used to look.
especially his Bard. Holy crap, that was one of the nastiest. Like that was Busio level Bard.
It's weird to say.
Yeah, weird that Busio gets his own champ, but that Bard game was so freaking good, especially after watching the Lions Bard the day before.
Yeah, that was bad. It was not good.
I was like, oh, this is how you play Bard. Okay.
Um, Gosh darn it, what game was this?
Game
Sorry.
5. The Bard is that what
Sorry,
you're talking
not that Bard. That Bard was a joke.
about?
It was not good. Um, you reminded me of something that I wanted to share. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, while you're looking for that, I'll talk about mid lane. I gave it to Darkwings. I was between Quad and Darkwings. I gave it to Darkwings specifically for the Vagar pick. To me, that's what really flipped the series. Like his Vagar, oh my gosh, he was destroying Call Me. He was destroying Call Me like all series, but
yeah,
especially
yeah,
that Vagar game. Holy crap! Like And it's such a random pick to bring out, but it absolutely broke Disguise. And then his way was pretty good too. Like he got a huge advantage on Call Me and was able to be a big impact in team fights and stuff. So I thought Darkwings has played. He's been playing really well the last couple weeks.
Yeah, no, he has been playing very well after it really was that first week. First week they looked terrible, and then they, I guess, just decided to start doing things.
They just locked in and
They locked in, and they have looked like a top 3 team. So.
And I was debating between putting Huhi in as support of the week, but I had to give it to Vulcan. But Huhi has been, to me, he's been playing really, really well and kind of that shot calling leader on Sentinels that's been helping them out a lot. Like, he's been playing really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, bot lane, Sajed to me is still one of the best AD carries in the league. His Kaisa is still disgusting.
Yes.
Almost won that game. His Ezreal was really good. The Corki was a little bit rough, but the Senna, holy crap, his Senna was 1v9 that game.
He kept them in the series a lot more.
100%, yeah. And then he got trolled on the last game which I went back and watched it, and it's so tragic that Lions shorted the portal out, and then Sajed flashes portals and goes straight to the wall. I was like, no. Oh, it felt so bad for him.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
at the
Lions was
same
like, I
time,
got portal, and then he's like, okay, cool. Flash portal. Oh no. Like that sucks.
it's one of those things that anytime you see a bard, it happens.
It does.
And
It does happen.
it's often like, okay, that makes no sense for it to do that. And in that situation, it did make no sense for it to happen, but it did.
Yep. It happens. I mean,
And
that's
you
part of the
do
game.
expect a higher caliber.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Just how it is.
Yep. And then I had to give coach to In Arrow.
Yeah, their drafts
have been
were
so
just
good.
their draft was just so much better.
And I'm like, how are you giving C9 like game 2? How do you give them Talia Yunara and
I know,
Renekton
right?
Bai? I'm like, what the frick are you doing? Yeah, and then you give Wukong to Blabber game 3. I'm like, can we like not do that? They're already good. Like, stop.
They're already dead.
And to be fair, part of that is APA. I mean, he's getting his Ziggs ban like game 1, first 3 bans. Ziggs, Azir, Talia. Okay, he plays the Galio. He looked great on the Galio. Worked so well with Mbessa and the Nico and the Cassante.
Yeah.
And so game 2, okay, get your Ziggs ban in. So now you're limited to 2 bans, and you ban out Blabber and Vulcan. Okay, now he gets his Talia and pops off on Talia. All right, game 3. Now you ban the Ziggs. What is that? What else is he gonna play? The Orianna looked really good.
His Orianna looked good.
I was like,
funnily enough, this week his Talia didn't look as good.
It wasn't as good compared to his standard, but it was what they needed. You know.
It all worked out.
Yeah.
It just I wasn't as impressed. So
No, that was the Zven show.
But
that game.
That was very much the Zven show. And if we're talking about Anero being coach of the week, then that's not something that was unexpected performance from him.
No.
And so you can't really blame the coaching at all because you expect him to. That is one of like his main 3 champs.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so,
Those are the champs he usually plays. I did almost gave it to Ido again. Ido, however you say his name. I liked their drafts a lot, especially the Game 3 draft with the Nasus.
The yeah, okay. Did you watch they talked about it, but the coach said that
Oh, I
um
saw where he was like,
Castle was like
I gotta play Nasus, and he's like, "Are you
he
sure?"
just like
He's
just
like,
told me,
"Dead
he was like
ass."
dead ass,
Yeah,
dead ass. I know.
I thought
Give
that
me
was hilarious.
Nasus,
Now
and that won the game.
it
If that
it
wasn't
did,
Nasus
yeah,
there, they do not win that game.
sure,
They
yeah.
shouldn't have won that game, even
No,
as it was.
no, they shouldn't have. Call Me was running it down hard.
Conley was running it.
Hard.
Sentinels could not figure out how to play
Yeah.
at least mid game on. So
Now I will say, and I don't know if this is player issue or coaching issue, but the Game 5 draft was crap. I mean, you have a Sejuani with the Rumble. That's your only melee attacker who doesn't want to melee attack. And
I'm
I wasn't a
not
big
as
fan of
hard on the
Sejuani.
Sejuani with melee. But the anti synergy.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Should we talk about
Okay,
that?
we can talk about that.
Oh gosh.
If you haven't seen it, Game 5. They go
It was the Elder fight.
and
Pretty sure.
yeah, I think it was the Elder fight. Uh, Castle gets actually a pretty decent ult onto the back line,
And then
and
Sejuani,
then immediate
Sejuani ulted too. The Varus.
yeah,
Like he's gonna die,
100% he should die,
and
and
he's
then
on
we get the
hit. Like
Bartle.
that's your main damage. You kill him. Now you have your 280 carries that can run the fight. But
But then you get Bartled.
yeah,
There goes everything.
yep. There's all the damage.
And then you proceed to sell out Sajid with a half portal.
Yeah, that was earlier in the fight, but still. Well, and there was also, I think it was top lane where Call Me was hitting the tower, and then I think they went to kill Call Me or something. Like I can't remember. I'll have to rewatch that game, but like somebody came up there to kill Call Me, and then Lions Call Me was like, all right, I'm gonna finish the tower and then maybe turn on the fight, and Lions ultied the tower.
That sounds like that's like no, you're gonna join the fight.
Yeah, he's like, nah, get over here, buddy. I can't. I'll have to go back and watch it. But there was a play where he ulted the tower, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, that's like me playing Bard when I troll my teammates.
Oh yeah, 100%. Speaking of trolling your teammates and bards,
You see Vulcan at the end of
Vulcan at the end getting both towers.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty good.
It means nothing, right? So
Yeah, but my gosh, dang, Cloud9, like I thought Fly would take at least a game, and they
nope.
just got curb stomped 3 games in a row. Sub
Yep.
30, 3 sub 30 minute games.
Yep.
Like,
it was bad.
And I
It wasn't.
didn't think there was any lane that was like, besides Gakkos game 3 where he trolled his lane. There really wasn't a lane like bot lane was getting kills almost every game. Like they were trading kills. It was just jungle diff, and then they would team fight in the river, and then it was over.
It was a massive jungle diff. But hey, that does mean, for a silver lining, that Griffin went down in value. So if you're looking for somebody to pick up as your jungler,
yeah. Spoiler: I did not.
there's a
pick
good chance
Griffin
he. I don't blame you, because he is playing against Inspired.
Yeah. And if you see the jungler I got, I think most people would understand. Anyways, LEC. Oh, we got to play. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
See if it plays correctly for you.
All right, let's see here. Oh, it's playing.
Does it start at like 23 minutes?
Yep.
Great angle, as you said. He finds it.
Look at this Bard.
Busho landed that cosmic binding. Tempered fate. He said it.
Oh, it stopped. What happened? Oh, is it just the ult that you wanted to show?
No, it's the portal in.
All right, that's what you do.
And then
try and make the play, but Busio now in behind, but thanks to a
That's
TP.
good journey. Great angle, as you said. He finds it. What? Busho
Look
landed
at
that
that
cosmic
Bard.
binding. Tempered fate. He
So
said it.
gross.
I know they don't get like much out of that right there, though I think they get the kill in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, actually, looking at it. Yeah,
But, I
no,
mean,
actually, I don't think they get anything from it, but holy cow, Busio's Bard is just so good.
He knows how to play that champion so well.
And to think I was very wary last year when he picked Bard.
Oh, same.
I was like, oh no. I don't like seeing NA supports play Bard usually.
Right.
But
NA bards are usually not it.
no, they really aren't. But he is the Western standard on Bard now.
Yes.
So
that he is. He is Bard. His Bard is so good. So good. Yep. Alright. Anyways, speaking of nope, this is LCK. Dang it.
no, this is LCK,
transition.
the shock of the week.
Terrible transition. Yes, shock of the week. Being K4X. Beat T1.
Beat T1.
3-1. Not even a 3-2. It was a 3.
It was not close either.
That's crazy. That blows my mind.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about how it could be on how the LCK format was potentially bad because you'd have Gen G and T1 both go undefeated, and their group did get more points, but their group almost didn't get more points than the other.
Right.
And so they would have to go in qualification, do play-ins and qualify for it. And apparently we were just wrong because BFX just was better.
They were better. And guess who
They were better, even though they did beat them in.
I'm just saying, guess who beat BNK4X? Oh, I thought Cloud9 beat them in the Kespa Cup. Yeah, they did, right? Yeah. Yeah, they beat them in the Kespa Cup.
So Cloud9 better than
Cloud9
T1?
better than T1.
We're just gonna ignore the
Yes, we will ignore everything.
Ignore the round robin where
yeah.
T1 won against them, but we're right there.
Yes. We're gonna ignore that. Cloud9's better than T1.
Yep, exactly.
That's all we're taking from this.
Okay, just throwing it out there, but if we're taking that, Hanwha is better than Cloud9 and BFX.
Nah. And Gen G went 0-4 in the group stage at
yeah. Yep. That's just how it is.
Yep.
Cloud9
scared them. They didn't want to look bad in front of
Cloud9. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. They had to bench the starters. Okay. What can we say? NA runs LCK too, apparently. LEC and LCK.
LEC and LCK now.
Anywho's, we got Gen G being K4X for upper bracket. That's kind of crazy.
It's not what, well, It's only half of what I expected.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say that's one of the two teams that should be there. The other team decided to not show up.
Not to show up that week. To be
They
fair,
just wanted
since
more
it's a
games.
double
That's what
limb.
they wanted.
Exactly. They just wanted more games. It's a double limb
Practice.
bracket. There's a really good chance T1 is still in the finals.
See, T1 was
They just-
probably, they were thinking, shoot, Cloud9 is looking really good. Let's lose to being KVRX. And then we'll get more games so we can get more practice. So we can get
Exactly.
Cloud9 that first stand.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Definitely. Definitely what they were thinking.
Yes. You know it.
That, and they need more games to prepare against KC from the LEC as well, with that NA support.
Speaking of LEC, round 1 in the books. Not really any surprises, in my opinion. Maybe the Navi Fnatic, you could count that as a toss-up, but Navi was looking pretty good.
Navi was looking good, and Fnatic was not.
No, what's new with Fnatic?
Exactly.
Yeah, but MKOI to me, dude, they got pretty lucky against Vitality. They should have lost game 1. Holy crap!
They got very lucky, and I mean we can talk about it. I think we've talked about these before, but Chrono Breaks. There's a lot of controversy over that right now. So, what is your opinion on this Chrono Break? Did you see this Chrono Break?
I missed the Chrono Break, but I will say I cannot watch I was watching that series until the pause, and then I was like, I can't do it, and so I walked away and went and did something else. So I missed the Chrono Break, but dude, the LEC, it's every game there's like a 30-minute pause. I swear, there's so many pauses in the LEC.
There are so many pauses.
It's like way more than any other region, and I'm like, are they just like, do they think everything is a bug, or do they just? I'm so confused.
I don't know. To be fair, there were a couple of pauses for NA.
There were, yeah, that's true. There were a couple pauses.
There was audio problems.
Yeah.
Over and over again. There had to be like 3 or 4 times.
But no, I missed the Chrono Break. Enlighten me. What was the
okay, so if you watched all the way up to the pause, then you had K'Sante, you had JoJo TPing in behind, and then K'Sante coming in to catch Corki, and K'Sante gets blown up, like badly. And then JoJo flies in on his ult as Talia, and this is the bug that happened. It's the one that JoJo always seems to pull off, but he gets like knocked off of his ult when he shouldn't be. It's a weird bug. I don't know how to describe it, but because of that, he lands right next to Corki and then
gets melted.
Gets melted.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so they pause it. They go confirm it's a bug, very much a bug, and so they Chrono Break, and then we come back. And as they do with Chrono Breaks, you take it before the fight or any action that's happening.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't throw them into the middle of it.
Right. Yeah.
And because of that, K'Sante lived, killed Corki, and
then that's
completely different.
Flip the game. Yeah.
And yeah, that flips the game right there.
I watched that was the fight I watched obviously when they paused, and I was like, oh gosh, I was like, okay, Vitality won this game, and I walked away.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, okay, yeah, Vitality won, but then since Mirwin knows that they're there, he doesn't go in early. They kill Corky and swing the whole game over for Mkoi.
That's kind of yeah. I don't know how to feel
It-
about the Chrono Break because I'm like it's almost like a redo, which I understand that there's a bug, but like the bug probably wouldn't have flipped the
No,
game as I don't know. That's hard.
that's it's exactly the issue. In my opinion,
Go right to
I think
before
you do
JoJo
Chrono
dies,
Break.
or right before JoJo
It,
goes in.
the issue is I don't think they have the technology. I don't think the Chrono Breaks can be
That specific.
that specific.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so while it does suck, I do think you Chrono Break there because if there's no bug, JoJo doesn't get killed.
Right.
So there is an impact on the game.
Right. One, I'm like,
So
could
have to do it?
Could you, for integrity's sake, be like, all right, we're gonna Chrono Break to this point, Merwin, you just have to
Run it down.
You just like no, like yeah, be like, okay, you have to get killed by the Corky right here, you know, and then we'll kind of resume from there.
I don't like
hard.
that though.
It's so hard.
It's hard, and it's. I mean, it kind of comes down to, in the same vein, since you're now, now that they know that you're there, then maybe you just call off the play.
Right. Yeah. Instead of continuing to try.
Instead of continuing and trying, and so if you agreed to go ahead and try the play again, then it is somewhat on you.
Yeah, that's fair. Or maybe they're playing mind games and they're like, okay, for sure they don't think that we're going to do the same thing again. Now that
So
they know, so we're actually
get 'em
going to do
again.
it. We'll get them again, and then they get got.
Yep.
I don't know.
No,
That's
it
tough. Chrono Breaks
sucks
are
for
tough.
Vitality.
Yeah.
I
mean, they get
in a
another
perfect
shot.
world, there would be no bugs.
They get to play Fnatic. I feel like the bracket kind of screws them over.
Vitality or Fnatic?
Both. I mean, I'd much rather play Heretics. Well, I mean, GX isn't too bad. They're one of the better teams, actually, but I don't know. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, so it'll be the winner of that so the winner of Fnatic Vitality will play the loser of KCG2, right? Or is it like higher seed kind of thing?
I think it's higher seed. So I think the winner of GX Heretics. No, actually, no. I think you're right. I think the winner plays the loser of KCG2 because I don't think they want rematches until.
Yeah, you don't want rematches until later.
Yeah.
So it would make more sense to have that.
So I mean, that's a really crappy draw. That you get to play one of those teams, but hey, that's how it works sometimes. It sucks.
Yep, that's how it works, and nothing you can really do about it.
Should have won your series.
Yeah, I mean, all problems are solved if you just win.
Yep, true.
So,
now, my question for you. KC looks really good.
Yes.
But it's playoff G2. Which way you going?
I'm gonna go KC.
Okay. I'm gonna say G2 just because LEC never changes and G2 will always be, even though I don't want them to be the best team just because when there's parity in leagues and a bad team can become a good team, it's way more fun to watch. It's gonna be G2 because it's LEC and they can't help themselves. They'll run it down to G2.
Counterpoint to that, though, if everything is the same, who won Winter Split last year? KC.
Okay, true, but G2 was also running it.
Oh, 100%. But if we're saying everything is the same, then KC wins.
Who won the next two splits?
MKOI won spring.
They won spring. That's true.
And then G2 won summer.
G2 won summer. Yep. I'm just saying it's possible in the winter because it's winter split that they won't win. But it's inevitable. Come on, G2 will win summer at least, and it's just so I don't know. Maybe I'm just boring, but I'm like the same teams winning over and over and over again is boring. But I also understand like this is a league where you have to spend money, and the top teams spend money.
Oh yeah, that's just
It's not their fault that they want to win. It's the bottom teams that don't do anything to win.
don't try as hard to win.
Yeah. So
Though this versus spiced it up, having the Los Ratones and
yeah, that was fun to watch.
KCB.
Really sad that Los Ratones is disbanding no more.
It's not surprising though.
Yeah, but it's kind of sucks, and they had a huge fan base.
Yeah,
Huge fan base.
they had such a good like route in because you had all of these players outside of honestly Velia that already have huge fan bases. They're all known names, and I believe all but Reckless have pretty good streams. They pull pretty good numbers, and then you put them all on the same team. They actually clicked pretty well, and they streaming their games and having all of that, and it worked really well for them.
Yeah, I did. I did. It was unfortunate. I mean, they just needed to win one more. Not only that, but they needed what team was it? They needed somebody to win that should have won. I can't remember now, but I'll have to look here.
It was, I think G2 winning, or no, KC lost, which locked in Fnatic,
it was
and
KC lost to Heretics.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So. It is what it is. That happens.
Is what it is. Can't do much about it.
I mean, if they would have won, beat Vitality, they would have been in, but they did not. So.
Once again, just win more.
Yep.
Solves all problems.
If you just win, it makes all your problems go away. But yeah, LEC. Now we got LPL. They're about to start up round 1. No real surprises in the teams that.
No real surprises. Most of the normal stuff.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Nothing too exciting. Nothing crazy. Nope. All right, let's get into LCS.
LCS. Nothing too exciting there either.
No, we had a 3-0 and a 3-2. Sentinels disguised. Disguised. I thought I did want to. I had some thoughts on Sentinels in disguise that maybe you can.
Okay.
You can talk to me. We can talk about, but they've done a lot of good things so far in lock-in. Like they've looked pretty good in some games. I mean, they beat Lion. That was a pretty big upset, I feel like. But to me, they just look like kind of sloppy and uncoordinated.
Yeah.
I mean, it showed in the game 5 especially, but even before that, like there were times that Kryra would like invade into the jungle while everybody was backing off and then just get killed.
Yeah.
And like there were multiple times where Call Me would be like hitting tier 2 bot lane while they on vision see the whole enemy team coming towards them. You know, it's like small stuff like that where they're just kind of not coordinated yet, and I think teams are starting to pick up on that and really starting to kind of, you know, pick apart the weaknesses of the team and knowing who to pick on at what times. So
yeah, no, in my opinion, they're I mean, it feels weird to say because I don't think they're actually that young, but they're a younger team.
Yeah.
And
it's
you got Kryra and
two
Sajed
rookies,
already,
Yeah.
2 rookies.
Lions really hasn't played on only
Lions
on
is
Lion last year.
Yep, only on Lion last year, and then before that he was in the LAT,
Mm-hmm.
Latin America. Which, as bad as it sounds, it's like minor regions versus major region.
Right.
It is a big difference.
Yeah.
And then you have Call Me, who is this?
He played a little bit
Yeah,
in LCK,
he played a little,
but more as a
but
sub
honestly,
type.
yeah, more as a sub. And then you have Castle, but Castle's just always going to be Castle, and Castle is always, at least here in NA, he's kind of been on the not as good teams.
Right. Yeah. True.
So
Yeah. No, they definitely have
a lot of
to learn.
inexperience.
Yeah. Well, and you can tell too they really don't have the resources. Like they have one coach.
That was the other thing. They don't have the resources. They're not
Vital's the only coach. They don't really have, like, they're all on 1-year contracts.
Mhm.
So like there's no job stability. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of like reasons they shouldn't be doing well, and the fact that they are doing well, I feel like speaks a lot more to the talent of the players. And
Oh yeah, no, these players are very talented. So,
yeah.
Also inexperienced though. I feel like that's what happened in Cloud9 FlyQuest.
Yes.
Also a young team.
They're very
Actually,
young.
I think even younger.
Yes.
Yeah. Looking at it, Quad is the oldest, and
Quad's the
he's
grandpa.
23.
Yep. Turning 24.
23, turning 24 this year. Like, they are a very young team, and it showed.
It did.
This week.
It did. Yeah. Oh, they definitely got some room to learn and grow, and you could tell this week that they were not, like, Cloud9 read them like a book and exploited them.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like bigger brother, little brother. Because to me, FlyQuest plays a lot like Cloud9. It's just they're not as experienced at it yet.
Yeah. And Cloud9 exploited that.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But
which is nothing to say on the individual players for Cloud9. Like, they all did play super well.
Yeah.
And there's a reason they were 3 or 4/6, 2/3 of your no, half.
They were half.
No, 2/3. 2/3.
No, they were 4/6. So 2/3.
4/6.
Yes.
2/3. Yeah, they were 2/3 of your team of the week.
Yeah.
They had the player of the week. Like, there's a reason for that.
Right. Well, on Cloud9's youngest player, Thanatos, he's like half a year younger than Quad.
Yeah, the oldest player on FlyQuest. Yeah.
Right. So massive age difference there, experience difference too. Like every single Cloud9 player. Has Thanatos been to international? He's been to international.
Yeah, I think he's been to international.
But if he hasn't, almost every single player has been to a ton of international scrims, tournaments, playoffs, like all this stuff. Whereas, I guess just Quad and Masu, and Gakkos was there as a sub. I'm like, that's not a lot of experience.
No, it really isn't.
So, well, this upcoming week we have 3 matches starting tomorrow.
Yep. 3 matches. We'll lose 2 teams.
That we will. It's kind of sad. It's been a really good playoffs. I've really been or just the whole lock-in has been.
Really lock-in's been actually more entertaining than it was last year, because last year, like, who cared?
Yeah, nobody cared last year.
Nobody cared about the lock-in.
Nobody. What we got Friday, we have DSG and TL. I guess we can talk about what we think is going to happen and give our predictions.
Yeah.
I think the DSG Cinderella story is done.
You think it's over?
I think it's over. Man, I keep picking TL though, and they keep letting me
disappointing you.
down. Yes. Now I'm second guessing myself, but I really think TL is gonna. They gotta get it together at some point. Like, they're too talented to not get it together, and I think Spawn is too good of a coach to not get things together. You know?
You say that, but they've done it before.
True, they have done it before.
They've not gotten together.
True. I keep waiting to see. Are we gonna get TL that played Shopify, or are we gonna get TL that played Sentinels and probably should have got 2-0 against Sentinels if Impact didn't control
Definitely.
game 1.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lean more the Shopify TL. So I'm gonna say 3-1 TL over Disguised. They'll troll one game where Quid and Jose Diota will do something really stupid and get everybody killed. In game. Which way are you leaning with this matchup?
I think I'm also going to do TL here. Though I do actually want Disguise to win.
Same.
I think it will be closer. I think it'll be a 3-2.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, you know what? Just for the fun, I'll do Disguised.
Ooh, okay. We're mixing it up here.
Well, we'll mix it up. Disguised will. You gotta be
mixing
red.
It up. I'm red. I'm the bad guy.
Because you're wrong.
I'm wrong. Why is red wrong?
I don't know.
Okay.
I still think it'll be a 3-2 though, so I'm gonna go Disguised. 3-2.
I don't think these teams are too far off. So, I mean, I don't know what that says.
I think they're very close.
I don't know if that's like a knock on TL or a props to DSG or maybe even both, but
probably both.
Like, yeah, it's not that big of a gap, and so it's gonna be a close series. But I think TL, they just have more experience and more team cohesion in certain aspects, and I think that'll push them over the edge.
That's fair, but I think that experience will play against them this week.
Hey, that's
all right. Lion and FlyQuest.
Lion and FlyQuest. Who you got?
In my opinion, this one's kind of a bummer.
Yes, that one of these teams is going home.
That one of these two teams is going, because in my opinion, these two teams are better than TL and Disguised.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I'm with you. Is there a reason? Like, I guess it's just the way the bracket ended up.
Yeah, I think it was just the way the bracket ended up, and the way the seeds fell. So, at least I'm pretty sure, yeah, since Disguised was 4th seed.
And TL's because FlyQuest is 4th. Actually, FlyQuest is 4th seed, aren't they?
No, FlyQuest was 3rd seed.
3rd seed. Okay.
Pretty sure they were 3rd seed. Disguised was 4th seed. Actually, I don't know how those fell. I don't know.
Either way,
I don't understand the bracket looking at it because it's weird.
Yeah. Either way, these are the matchups we're getting. But yeah, who do you have for? This is a tough one.
I'm gonna do FlyQuest. I'm going FlyQuest on this one.
Okay. Hold on, let me check my fantasy team. No, I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, it's so hard because this game's gonna go one of three ways. Okay. Option number one, it's gonna be another Blabber versus Griffin, but Inspired versus Griffin, and Griffin's gonna get out jungled by Inspired. Inspired's really good. He can do that to pretty much anybody. And it's going to be like the Cloud9 FlyQuest series. Lion's going to gap FlyQuest. That's scenario one, okay? Scenario two is Inspired is going to try in 1v9 while his team runs it down. Specifically Saint. That's scenario two.
Yeah.
Scenario three, it's a complete cluster. Everybody's running it down. Everybody on both teams is just being goofy, and it's a complete toss-up. Those are the three scenarios.
That's what you think is going to happen here. Okay.
I think one of those three things is going to happen. And to me, I'm like, I have no idea which way this series is going to go. And for that,
No, this one could definitely go either way.
100%. And for that reason, I'm gonna go Lion.
All right.
3-1. Lion 3-1. Just to mix it up. What was your score? What did you say? Did you say 3-2?
I think FlyQuest 3-1.
3-1. And honestly, it could be a 3-0. It could be a 3-2. It could be Lion. It could be Fly. Like, I have no idea.
That one I am the least certain about.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about TL Disguise. It's going to be competitive and it's going to be close. Yep. Put it on there. You know already.
Yeah, we all know. 3-0.
9-3-0.
Honestly.
As much as I want to root for Sentinels,
I'm going to root for Sentinels, but
Cloud9
3-0.
is just so good right now. It's just not
It's
fair.
just not close.
Just not even fair. So, yep.
Is what it is.
I'm glad we can agree on that.
How it is
this week.
Well, we usually agree on everything but one, and this time we've agreed on only one.
True.
So.
But it should be pretty good. I'm excited to watch the games and see some fun.
It'll be
fun League
fun.
of Legends.
I'm hoping for some good games.
Yes.
Starting tomorrow.
And tomorrow, which is gonna suck at 3:00
Friday.
on Friday. I'm like, come on. Can we do it at a better time?
Nope.
Can we do it at a better time, please? All right.
Can't be done.
Well, speaking of fantasy land, let's get into our LCS fantasy teams with that terrible transition.
Absolutely horrid.
The transitions are rough tonight, but that's all right. You know what was not rough? Cloud9 for both of us. Well, I guess Thanatos, he didn't get. He
had two
did not participate at all
games.
in like the second game. He was like 2-2-1 the second game. Like he was on the other side of the map, just hitting towers. Unfortunately for you.
It's just how it is, but he did have the Gnar game. Gnar pulled it up.
Dude, if you would have picked Gnar. If you would have just locked in Gnar for him.
If I would have done Gnar for him, it would have been...
You probably would have scored 20 plus points.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But is what it is. Yep. If we look, it was a close week between us.
It was very close. We were, what, not even a full point separated?
Yeah. 22.7 and 23.5.
But I think this is the first week I beat you.
That's actually a good question.
What was your week 1 score?
No, you beat me in. Which week?
What was your week 1 score?
Week 1 was 165.9.
Okay, you beat me.
Week 2 was 122.3.
Okay, I beat you there. I was 127.9. And then
That's what I thought. I
what
knew
was
one of
week
those.
3?
125.4.
Okay,
I think you beat me there.
me by no, you beat me by less than a point on week 3.
Okay.
So we're 2-2. 2-2.
More importantly, though, I just realized we should have been doing this.
Keeping score.
Total score.
Yes. Oh, total score. Mine is
Yeah.
533.61. Jeez, it is so close.
It is very, very close, which makes it more fun.
Yes, it makes it way more fun.
So,
man, that's insanely close. But I'm trying to see if there's any standouts. The one that kind of killed both of us was Kryra didn't have his best game. I thought Sajed kind of got screwed on his score. I thought he played better than what the score showed, but I mean, I guess his it was specifically his Corki game and his Sivir game were
his Corki game and his Sivir game were.
He scored 3.25
Yeah.
and 3.8 points. Because like before that, it was a 16.6, 26 point, and then a 31 point for the Senna. And then it just went down. So that sucked. That was unfortunate. But yeah, barely edged you out. It was close.
It was very close. And speaking of close, we have only two same players this week.
Okay. You went with the Inspired too. Okay, and Core JJ.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, we got Inspired and Core JJ. Everybody else, we have differences.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to see how much money I have left. 0.9. So I could upgrade something.
See, I've got 0.3. So.
See, I could go Castle. Would that give me? That would give me no, because I have Sajed. Because you got the 16 buff. I didn't go the 16 buff just because I didn't want to. I don't know if I trust.
You mentioned it before, but you didn't want to put in a Sentinels players when they're probably just going to get stomped.
Yeah, I'm scared. I mean, I feel like if anybody's going to, like, Dark Wings is going to be the one to be okay. But I already have APA. I'm like, I don't want to go get off APA.
No.
So, I did think of Rahel. Just the bot lanes have been doing pretty good against Cloud9. Like, they'll get a couple kills early, but again, you never know with... I feel like Rahel, they either run it or they run it.
They run it or they run it.
Yes.
One or the other.
So I'm like, you know what? Sajed is pretty stable. I thought of Masu too. I think Masu is actually a pretty good pick this week.
Yeah. No, I think Masu's a pretty good pick, and the big seller for me was he had a terrible week, so he dropped.
He
dropped in price. Yeah. So
I really wanted an arrow to go along with you, but he bumped up by like 2.3 gold.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, he's not cheap. I had him last week, so I'll keep him this week.
The one that surprises me is Golden Glue is the most expensive coach.
Yep.
And Thinkard is dirt cheap right now. And Reno.
I
mean, if you believe
it was the way that they lost last week. To be fair, like it was bad.
Sure, that's fair.
So
that's completely fair. Yeah, especially I mean, coaches are an average of your team, and that was almost a Shopify. It was worse than Shopify. Like Shopify,
I think overall,
averaged 7 points. Revan averaged 7 fantasy points, and Thinkard scored 5.06. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Just how it is, and that's the main reason I stayed with Anera. If you're thinking of who's going to have the best 5 performing players, Cloud9.
100%. Yep. If I could go Cloud9, I would go Cloud9 with you. And you know what? Maybe I'll drop Sajed, go down to somebody else, but I'll see. We'll see.
I'll have to be seen.
Yeah.
Could pick up Jan. He's pretty
Could.
cheap.
That's true. Or Masu.
Or Masu.
They're both
Drop down to
they're
Masu.
both cheaper. But that would not. I don't think that would give me enough. I think Jan would have to be the pick to get up to a narrow gold. Because he's 2 above spawn, and I need 1.1. So it would have to be.
You could drop the Darkwings as well from APA.
True, I could, yeah. Or quad, or
yeah, even go down to quad.
Saint.
Or Saint. If you want money. Saint.
Yeah, there's options. There's options if I want them, but yep. All right. Well, do you have any parting words of wisdom?
All Cinderella runs have to end at some point.
That's true. Yeah. Either you win or you
Either
lose.
you win or you don't.
Yep. That's completely fair.
And I do hope Disguise Cinderella run does continue, though.
I really hope so too.
I think it'd be hilarious if they won. If they won the split, that would be hilarious, in my opinion.
That would be really funny. That would be hilarious. If they just win the whole.
If they won the whole split, will they? No.
No.
They will not.
But it would be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing.
No.
Yep. Awesome. Well, that's it from us. Enjoy 3 days of LCS. And we'll catch you guys next week.